Good morning. Just realized I have my headlamp on still. Let's take that off. It's light now. I have been hiking for about an hour and I'm going to hit Lemon Gap here pretty soon. I heard one of my tent mates at Roaring Fort Shelter get up at like 3 in the morning and he was gone by like 3:45 and I couldn't go back to sleep, which is not uncommon. I usually wake up that early anyway, but just kind of toss and turn until my alarm goes off around 6. But I thought, you know what? It's going to be another hot day. I could make some good miles and get into hot springs sooner because I've got almost an 18-mile day to get there. So I love night hiking. It's not scary to me anymore. You do have to watch your depth perception and be a little more careful with a headlamp, but it's just magical. So I got to hear the dawn chorus of songbirds, watch the sunrise, enjoy the cool night air, watch the moon start to set, and yeah, good day already. So here's a great little plant that has a wonderful medicinal property. It's called Pipsissewa. I think the other name for it is wintergreen. Not 100% sure of that, but this is used to treat bladder stones, or kidney stones rather, I guess maybe bladder stones too. People can make a tea out of it, and it will dissolve them over time. A good friend of mine who has taught me much of what I know about all of these plants that I show you on these videos had a friend who did just that with Pipsissewa. So I just left Lemon Gap about a mile ago, and when I got there, there was this guy standing in front of a smoldering fire, and I could see him pulling out his water bottles from his hip belt pockets to empty the rest on the fire. So I just thought he was a through hiker that had camped there and extinguishing his fire, and it had been a sizable fire, so I thought it was kind of weird. And it was right there on the dirt road. But anyway, come to find out, his name is Elf. He's through hiking. He's from New England. It was not his fire. He had just come across it. He had camped not too far from the gap, and he said it was still burning when he got there. No cars there. He said last night there were some guys that were hunting squirrel with bows and arrows in the area, and I suspect it was theirs. They had left all kinds of trash, like cans, beer cans, I'm sure. He had it all packaged up at that point in a bag, and he was only carrying less than a day of food, so he said he'd carry it out, and didn't take me up on my offer to help him, but I definitely used the rest of my water to help extinguish the fire, but it's still definitely smoldering and not cool to the touch, not at all extinguished the way it should be. But boy, talk about just lighting my fire. Stuff like that is just so inexcusable and so dangerous. It puts all of this public land at risk, us at risk, camping in it. God, I'll just leave it at that. I've got some choice words that I'll keep it G-rated for people like that. I love the way this tree is intertwined and the rocks, and there's another one up there. A lot of rock formations on this section. Massive boulder. Look at that opening. Ooh. Makes me wonder what lives in there. Here's another fun little plant. It's kind of like a ground cover, and it's called Teaberry. You can chew on the leaves and it tastes like teaberry gum if you're old enough to remember that. I'm assuming maybe that's where they get the oil from, is from this plant to make that gum. Thank you, CMC, for maintaining this section of trail. They do so much good work. And gone 268.3 miles total, 1924.7 to go. Climbing up this hill and taking a break. It's hot again. I wish I had a pine cone or something to see if I could toss into that cavity in that tree. Kind of like a basketball hoop. But there's nothing around but leaves and pine straw. So hi from the Deer Park Mountain Shelter. It's a big name for such a lowly little shelter back there. Glad I don't have to stay in it. I'm only about 3 miles from Hot Springs. I just devoured a tuna wrap. I contemplated waiting and just eating lunch in Hot Springs, but I need to get off my feet. They were hot, and I could tell they were going to start getting some hot spots. I just put sunscreen on, and my face is just encrusted with salt, so it's my shirt. It is definitely warm right now for early March, and I'm just not acclimated to it yet. But I'm looking forward to staying tonight at the Appalachian Trailer. It is a hostel in Hot Springs, and I actually know the owner because I work for the company that owns it. It's Blue Ridge Hiking Company. They're largely based out of Asheville. They were started years ago, the company was started years ago by Jennifer Farr Davis. And if you don't know who that is, just Google her name and prepare to be wowed. She's a force of nature. But she sold it to one of her guides, one of her lead guides, Lindsay Barr. And Lindsay just hit the ground running with it and has done a fantastic job where Jennifer left off. And I used to guide a little bit for this company, and I quickly decided guiding wasn't my thing. I think you either love it or hate it, and I just didn't enjoy it in that context, not knowing people's abilities or, oh, listen to that little pileated woodpecker. But anyway, not knowing their abilities, you know, all kinds of things about them, it was stressful to me. So I do some consulting for them now if people want to hire kind of a private coach to do or to learn things like how to backpack safely or how to dehydrate food, all sorts of things. They're great. I'm going to go look for an iced coffee when I get there. I had a coffee flavored jelly bean a little while ago, and now all I can think about is iced coffee. It just sounds so refreshing. Just left the shelter, and right outside the entrance to it are these graves. Beautiful little resting spot. Oh, and another. There's Hot Springs. You can't see it probably, but down there is the French Broad River.